So I think it depends on the person you're dating. If you know your relationship is a committed relationship and it's heading somewhere, I won't advise you to break up just because you got the Chevening scholarship, because you will still go and come back. Yes, you come back after 1 year. So if you're very sure that this is the person you want to be with or you want to build your life with, please just do long distance relationship. Before you know, 1 year is over and you're back to your life, and then you build your future with the person.
Me, I didn't break up and I didn't do long distance. I married my partner. So it's up to you. If the breakup aligns to your long-term plans and goals, fine. If the long distance relationship aligns, for me, marriage aligned, and so I went for it.
Announce me before traveling, because there might be people you might want to see that you might skip your mind. And people that might have tips to help you before you travel or after or while you get there. So if you don't announce it, then you might not get those extra help.
For me, typical Nigerian, you think about village people. So you travel first and then announce when. For Chevening, you have to tell friends, because every idea is valuable. You don't know very little idea that can help you in your application. So for me, 100% tell people about the application process.
Yeah, tell friends, tell your mentors, tell everybody can tell, because they might have 1 or 2 things to add to your application that you will not know before then. Apply by yourself with your help and with the help of other scholars and mentors.
For me, yes, apply by yourself, because it's always your story that you have to tell, not the story of others. But then you can also work in group with people, they may have gotten some information and ideas that you don't have. But in the end, it's your story that you will tell. So you have to apply yourself.
Fully funded scholarship to return. That if you have plans, if you have goals.
No,
for my own plan. Okay, fully funded scholarship to return, because I have lots of plans and aspirations back here in Nigeria. So fully funded scholarship to return and implement those plans and ideas that I have.
So let me take it from this angle. Scholarship as it should be and scholarship as it is. So scholarship as it should be, fully funded, return. But as it is, a lot of people don't want to come back. For me, sincerely, I think Nigeria is one of the, aside from the insecurities, Nigeria is one of the best places to live in and to easily, progress through the ranks. So yes, the whole essence is to get the knowledge and come back and develop your country, for me.
UK to me, because first of all, the master's is just a year, and also the institutions are highly ranked in the world. So UK for me.
I'll go with the same UK, because I literally didn't even apply for schools in the US or Canada or somewhere. I was just focusing on mostly schools in the UK and Chevening, to be sincere.
I think it's experience, because it's not only about your academic achievements or academic experience. Or I think it's a combination of two. It's good if you have academic excellence and you still have experience. But if I'm to choose one amongst the two, I'll choose experience. And then, experience. That's what I'll choose.
For me, excellence can take you through the door, but it's experience that will keep you inside that particular room where you're going. So it's best to have a mix of the two. But if you don't have a mix of the two, I'd always say build as much experience as possible, because then you're able to survive anywhere and anytime.
I would say apply for one persistently. There's something special about that scholarship. If that scholarship is particular to your need, but if you just want a scholarship, then it's good to not to put all your eggs in one basket. That's for me.
For me, cast your net as wide as possible so that you can catch as many fishes as possible. But don't be like me. Actually, for me, personally, during my own experience, I was just applying for Chevening consistently, and then I was learning from every mistake.
How many times did you apply?
3. Maybe 3.5. No, 3.5 for a reason.
Okay,
It 3.5.
Yes, 3.5 for a reason. If you want to talk about the half.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the half part it's a funny story because when I was in school, I think I was in my second year then. That's when I found out about Chevening scholarship. So I kind of started the application and I found out that you need to graduate before you can apply. So I did not complete, I did not submit. So I just left them there, but I finished all of the questions. So ironically, I think during my final year when I came back, the guy's computer that I was using to apply, when I saw my question on short term, mid term and long term, everything I said I wanted to do in 2 years and in 3 years and in 5 years, it was the third year and I was already doing the thing I said I was going to do in my third year. So it was very shocking.
For me, I applied just once.
To this past time.
For me, it's not like that though. Okay, I think I prefer submit an application at the final week because you need, I didn't say final day, sorry, final week. You need all the time you can get. So if you just write your application and you submit, what if you get inspiration for something you would have added, or probably there are some mistakes that you would have not seen at that first week. So just wait, see maybe the final week. So when you're very, very sure you've done all the editing you want to do and you've added everything you want to add before you submit.
Trust me, final week, because as many edits as you can do as possible to you have them very perfect application. So don't be in a rush to submit on the first day or on the first week.
I think I prefer just do you, or let me say corporate, because you might not know who the panelist is or what they'll prefer. So to be on the safe side, just go with very simple corporate ways, because you might not know who your panel would be and how they would see a traditional attire in interview day.
My brother or my sister, you wear the one that you're comfortable with. My first interview, I was wearing nice suit and tie, and I was sweating under AC. The next one, I said no because I was never comfortable on suit. I was always comfortable on traditional wear, traditional top, and then jeans or plain trousers. So the next one, I wore what I was very comfortable with. So please just wear the one you're very, very comfortable with. There's no mark for dressing during your interviews, but just be very comfortable and then be as decent as possible.
I think a combination of both. So you need to bring statistics to help to make your essays more authentic or to add points to your essay. Then stories, because if you just come and start giving us numbers alone, no one will read your essays, they will slip off. So I think you should have a balance of numbers and then stories.
For me, I also argue that it's a combination of both because the stories give this human feel to your applications, while the statistics give like this very analytical, logical feel to your application. So both of them will probably achieve, when you combine both of them, they'll give you the impact that you want.
Okay, I think I pick relevant, average rank schools that have relevant course modules, because it's not really, I know some people are all about the ranking of a particular school. As long as the school is averagely ranked, meaning it will still be a good university, but the course module should suit your vision. I just can't go to the best school in the world, maybe Harvard or Cambridge, because it's just the best school, and then the course modules have nothing to do with what I want to do in the future. So your course modules should be very important, because that's where you get this alignment with your future career plan. And so I prefer average rank schools with course modules that are related to your career plans and aspirations.
So for me, just do the one that are relevant to your courses. So the person that went to University of Oxford and the person that probably went to Bradford, they are both Chevening scholars. So what you look at is how relevant is this course modules to your current aspirations and your future aspirations. And then once you find that balance, then it's good.
Okay, I think you should combine. You should have one, because you have to give two references like that. So I think you should have both an academic reference and a professional reference.
So for me, I had two professional references, and that depends on you. So if you excelled so well in school and you're very popular in school, academic reference will stand out for you. But if you're more like of the person that built experiences, I think that is where your professional references will come into play. And me, I was in school, I was just going to put that, let my people graduate, and I just knew that I was not going to get below 2-1. So I was just, enjoying my life, being an ISEC member, working on projects and all. And then, so I didn't really have that relationship except with my supervisor when I left school. So my professional references, they came to the rescue and they were very superb.
I'm sorry to just ask what you say. If you're very sure that your lecturers will respond to you.
Yes.
You should use them. But if you know that you graduated over a long time, like 8 years ago, and they won't even remember you, don't just do it. Just use references that are relevant, people that can actually attest to what you do.
My school was like 6 years, so I haven't been back to school.
I graduated in 2020 or so. I just finished my service.
Oh, you just finished.
So my lecturers are still. I finished service in March. So my lecturers and I will still communicate till now. So I was able to get even my head of department to write my reference letters for me. We still had this relationship. I just left school, so if you know you can reach them easily, then it's good.
And that's the thing you mentioned, that you just graduated. Some people will feel like, oh, they just graduated, they've not gotten like the 2 years experience that Chevening asked for.
I had part-time
Exactly.
work experience, so I had worked part-time while I was a student to help get some funds from my school. So I had to put my part-time work experience to cover for the 2 years work experience. So if you've worked part-time, you could include that in your application.
And if you're still in school and you're watching this, please join organizations that will make you build volunteering experiences. For me, I joined ISEC while I was in school, but there are many of them. There's Enactors, there's
NSC, there's SPE. I was a very strong.
So by the time you're done with school, you already have like 4 years of experiences that you can use, and you're good to go. You don't need to wait until after you leave school.